The chair recognizes the chairman of the Rules Committee for the final word. Chairman Meadows.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the House, you know, it's rare for me to come up here. I feel like sometimes that I might put too much pressure on you if I introduce a lot of bills. Because one, I never forget nothing. And it's taken me a long time to learn to forgive some people. I've got newspaper articles and a 22-minute speech up here. I've got the bill. I think that it's probably appropriate for me just to give you the background. Back in October, Mr. Jaspers and I, we share a district. We met, and I was told this morning that they were surprised that I've got something to do with this. Y'all, I've been here 68 and a half years. In my life, we've gone through some tough times. Civil rights, Vietnam. We're in tough times now. We met and we decided that we might try to chip away and to take somebody's statement that Ronald Reagan wanted, if he offered something, if he got 70 to 80% of it, he would be thankful and try to come back and get the other 20 or 30. Y'all, I want 20 or 30. We can come back. Chip away. Your rights have been chipped away little by little for a long, long time. Needless to say, Mr. Jaspers and I are not we're not attorneys, praise the Lord. So we had to have some help. And we came up with a basic idea, and I'll just tell you, we contacted Georgia Carey. We contacted Georgia Carey. They have done an excellent job in giving us guidance, and if you think this bill has what Georgia Carey wants in it, you better get in the hall and talk to them, because it don't. They've given us some ideas. They've helped us. We then got legal counsel. And I took it to the Speaker's office. Look this over. Again, this has been going on since October. Look this over. I need guidance. As y'all all have learned over the last 3 years, I am not the brightest star in the sky. I have to have help. I would suggest that some of y'all get help. We talk about part of this bill being the mental part of it. After 1 year down here, I suggest that maybe you all have a few problems. There's got to be something wrong with you to come down here and continually get beat up when you're trying to do the people's business. But some of us like it. Some of us have been here a long time. And I appreciate those that were here before me. But I kind of get a nod that, you know, that's a pretty good bill. What did we do with that bill? Being one of those that realized that until the last day when the big boy signs it, it doesn't mean anything anyway. We took it to the governor's staff. Met with them, offered any improvements, anything you want to change. Does the governor like this bill? He likes part of it. I would hope that most of y'all like part of it. Took it to public safety. We've had about 7 versions of this bill. We've been adding over the last 3 weeks, and when I say that, let me just stop and say, I owe him a debt of gratitude. I owe the Speaker's staff a debt of gratitude. I owe the governor's staff a debt of gratitude, and I owe the Board of Regents a debt of gratitude, because we took it to them. Input. We want your input. We know you can't like the bill. We know you can't like the bill. There are other states whose boards of regents and whose technical schools have become involved. And that door is still open, ladies and gentlemen. That door is open. But we've come up with what we think is a good bill. We closed a lot of the gaps. Are there a lot of gaps out there? Yes, there is. Particularly for those of us who do believe in the Second Amendment. I loved Mary Margaret's thing on Tombstone, my favorite movie in all the world. I'll be your huckleberry. But you know what happened to all of those Earps, don't you? The dadgum bad guys killed most of them with their guns. I wish that all of you could have seen the testimonies that were held for 4.5 hours in public safety, if it wasn't vetted enough, where everybody against this bill got to talk. The best testimony was given by a Georgia Tech student that's afraid to go to class. The best testimony is given by Rick's daughter, who lives in the same building I do and has to walk to Georgia State, and she's armed with some mace. Give me a break. Who can carry a gun? Which student can carry a gun? He's got to be, she's got to be 21 years old. They're not a freshman that's coming to the local fraternity party and getting drunk and shooting the lights out. This is not the Wild Wild West. You got to be 21 years old. Does that matter? There's another little thing in there that nobody's mentioned. Military personnel. You're willing? My country is willing to send an 18-year-old kid to Afghanistan. But he can't carry a gun. He's better trained on more weapons. than anybody in the room. I think it's all right for him to carry one. We do talk about our colleges, and we did give, I felt like we did, there's not a member of the Board of Regents nor a member of the technical schools that is elected. The tail does not wag the dog. That's against the rules. Y'all remember that. You're not supposed to clap in here. If you can tell that I'm for this bill, I appreciate that. I've said it last night, and I'll tell y'all today, I don't take myself very seriously. I hope that you don't take yourselves very seriously. But I do take this job seriously. And I hope that you do. And with that, I'll end with one statement. At the beginning of every 2-year period, if you are re-elected or newly elected, it says, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of this state and of the United States. So help me God, vote yes.
The chairman has yielded the will. Shall this bill now pass? All those in favor of the passage of House Bill 512 will vote yes. All those opposed will vote no, and the clerk will unlock the machines. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? If so, the clerk will lock the machines on the passage of House Bill 512. The ayes are 117, the nays are 56. This bill, having received the requisite constitutional majority, is therefore passed.